There you go. Kyle can make the noise again. Just ask him.
All right. Let's see.
Such a great image.
It's really great. Ed Harris yakking freaking oxygen water everywhere is pretty good.
Oh, I was just picturing a little baby, like, just coming out immediately, like, hands and knees on the ground, just bleh.
Pull the umbilical cord around Alfred's neck.
Well, that's why it's attached to you, so you don't go flying away with the force
There
of the
you go.
vomit that's spewing out.
It's true. For some reason, Discord started making weird noises. Hold on a second. Is that me? You guys can hear me okay, right? You hear me fine?
Yeah.
Hello. I hear
Sounds
Yeah.
fine. Everybody sounds fine.
It's coming through weird.
Well, I hear an echo of me, but that's fine.
Yeah, and that's what's causing it. I'm gonna come right back to it. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, let me try that again. Doesn't make any sense. Don't know why that started up. The only thing I've changed today is I changed the resolution of my monitor. Hopefully it's not
All right,
affecting.
he's back.
All right.
Nobody talk about him. He's back.
It should be okay now. Should be better.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, except I haven't sent a camera. Hold on. Now I've sent a camera.
Oh, now it's all bad.
All
The
right.
camera is here.
It might be that actually. My camera's being funky. Can you guys can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Well, shoot. Let's see. Is it my camera? Because I'm only hearing it here.
Oh, I should have checked whose turn it was.
Oh, maybe now we're okay. Say something, somebody.
Beep.
Somebody.
I love that all we got was a beep.
Everybody stays totally quiet and just.
I said somebody.
Oh, you did
No?
say some words. You did. I think it's my camera. Hold on. Let me. I don't want to reboot. Hold on. Okay.
One that's made of cowhide. I want a boot.
Wow.
I don't want a fancy boot.
I'm going
I
to.
don't want a reboot. I want one made of leather.
Whoa. Do you though? All right. My camera's going to be off for a while,
Cowhide.
although the chat will see it because I'm in a different camera for them. But I think that's
Cowhide.
solved it. That's really weird. All right. Hopefully this is fun.
This will be fine.
Yeah, this
we'll
is
be
fun.
okay. We'll manage.
What did Bo start singing while I left you guys? Holy.
He's got a boot song.
The
Oh,
latest country hit.
this is
It's
something.
really, it's not bad.
Really.
I don't want a reboot. I just want a regular work boot made of leather
Oh my
and
gosh.
cowhide.
Okay. I believe it. I believe this is the greatest moment of our show. Good job. All
I'm
right.
trying to figure out whose turn it is.
Oh, well, while you do that, I'm going to start us off.
We
So-
won last time. We killed it.
Yeah, it
The
was
very
done.
last thing that happened was the testicle spit out a gnash. I'm not sure if that was its turn,
It was a Nash
Doing that?
It was a dragon Nash.
but that was the last thing that happened.
Yeah. Oh wait,
While
I'm sorry.
we were away, we killed the thing, and we found out what was on the disc, and we saved the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I forgot.
then,
we played
yeah,
for
that-
an extra 2 minutes.
Oh, it's the creature's turn because it made a copy.
I think we told you. No, you know what? Now that I remember, it was a small pod-sized creature that had 1 hit point and no special abilities. Popped
The
out.
dragon
Exactly.
flew
Yeah.
away and said, "I'll remember this."
And then gave us all full hit points.
Yeah.
This isn't over, and he left. I love it. All right. Well, here goes then. I'm going to start the music, kick it off, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Oh, don't do that yet. Hello, everybody, and welcome to There Will Be Dungeons. Yes, that's right. There will be dungeons with me, Kyle, Kristen, John, and Bo. And we're back. We got find ourselves in a big mess when we left last, so we'll get to that in a minute. To kind of ease us in and get you guys ready for the fun today, I have an email to read. Actually, 2 of them, and they're very short. This one starts with Ben Lewis, who wrote this. This is for you, Bo. All right. Well, sort of. Anyway, he says this.
Okay.
This is about episode 25. You might say to yourselves, whoa, we're way past that. That's okay. This guy's catching up, which he tells us here in the email. He says, I just listened to the episode where you were trying to figure out if you could dragon your party up in the main shaft or the mine shaft and I came up with this bastardized version of your name, Math Nashgard of the Solar Mines. I don't know what that means, but he did that. And then he says, P.S. I know I'm 50 episodes behind, but I listen at 1.5 speed, so I'll probably catch up someday. P.S. Bo is really good at what he does. Now, the reason I pulled this email was to get to that point, Bo, that you are really good at what you do, and I don't think we give you enough credit for it. So, all hail Lord DM, Bo Schwartz, everybody. Well done.
All right, I'm going to make a humility check here.
You really are the best. And the chat room even agrees.
I rolled a 21.
Oh,
so
geez.
Nice.
All right, well done.
You guys are too kind. I'm not that good.
Well, Ben Lewis thinks you are, and I agree with him. All right, here's another email from Michael Smith, who wrote in and says, buffing Varel, clarifying his reckless attack. Okay, this almost could be a bonus show thing, but we're going to do it here anyway. It goes like this. In episode 75, around the 32-minute mark, Varel is attacking the giant spider in the elevator shaft with a reckless attack to counter the disadvantage imposed by the little spider's venom. He only applies the reckless attack to his first attack when it should be applied to all of his attacks on the turn. This is evident as he says he attacks with disadvantage for his second attack. See description for reckless attack in PHB. So maybe have we been doing that wrong?
We covered that in the TWB Discord as well this week, and yes, well, I mean, I didn't realize it was an issue. Kyle, you know what you need to do now?
Yes, I am buffed. I get advantage on my second attack, which is awesome because I was giving advantage and not doing the full turn. It's interesting language, though. It says you have to apply it or announce it on your first attack. And so I took that as, only the first attack, because I was being conservative.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it means he can't do a normal attack, then reckless attack on the second attack. It has to be the first. Even if he decides to use a bonus action to throw a pebble, if he could do that, that's the first attack.
Okay.
First attack of the turn.
All right. Well, that makes sense.
Including your opportunity attacks.
Awesome. And Michael, you may have been the person in Discord this was directed at. I'm not sure. But if not, hopefully that helps address your question. And real quick, at the end of the show today, after we've gone off the podcast part of it, and we're just on the live stream, I'll be giving away the Libris Arcana. It's a monthly dice set thingy to a listener or someone who's in the chat room. This is coming to us from Riddog, or Rydog, not sure how you say it. It is from LibrisArcana.com, your source for RPG dice subscriptions and RPG supplies. So he just has this thing and he wants to give it away. Very, very nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we'll do that at the end of the show.
What does it look like? I can't see it.
Go to LibrisArcana.com. LibrisArcana.com. Not an advertisement. We don't know these people. But it looks cool. It looks neat. So anyway, it's a monthly dice set thing, and he's going to send it to, or we're going to give it to one of you guys. I have a code here, and we'll hook you up a little bit later in the show. All right. Now, as we turn our heads west and look at our fair pregnant maiden, who is still with child, we ask you, Kristen, to please sum up last week's events so that we can play more There Will Be Dungeons.
Well, their last time on There Will Be Dungeons, shrimpy, spooky spiders sped at the spelunkers. Corralled by their cranial controller, the swarms swamped the squad, preparing to puncture and poison. As Varel tried to lacerate the lift, Nash got knocked. Stanley flung Featherfall, and they all absconded. Varel bruised the brutal brainiacs with a barrage of blazing bursts, while Stanley spared them the spacious spider by shifting it into a sheep. Down it fell, taking decisive damage and transforming back to its terrifying trim. It was quickly quashed, and they forged forth through the lowermost level. Casually through corridors they continued until they came across crude crud that had mere moments ago maimed Nash's nail. Allowing Varel, Hope, and Stanley to step through, travel turned tricky when it prevented the passage of Nash and Saranthalus. Daring denial, Nash managed to make his move with a musical muse. Saranthalus tried to, but was trapped and trampled. Varel gathered her gore on his guard, and they got on. Eventually, they landed on a lizard folk lookout, laying them low with little lashing. Beyond bore a bench complete with computers, and a mind flayer who managed to mask a magnetic matter in his mantle before mustering a mutation and making a move to migrate. Varel and Hope refused to let the lanky loser leave. Varel tossed the tiefling. She manhandled the mind flayer and started strangling. Meanwhile, Varel, too close to the terrifying testicle titan, was felled by it and the Flayer's fury. Stanley revived his rigoring relic while Nash dared to dragon. The threat, fearing the flames of the fray, birthed its own brawlers. A new Nash and Varel, still attached to the undulating ugly by unholy umbilicals. Now rejoin our heroes as they attempt to triumph over one of the most damage-dealing baddies they've ever faced. Will they manage to defeat the testy testicle with the fires of ferocity? What was on the disc still hidden in the robes of the muted mind flayer? And why, oh why, do they hate laser rifles so much? Stay tuned for today's adventure in the wide world of the Wastes.
Well done as always. All right, Bo, it's all yours.
All right, when last we left, a great dragon, a black dragon, had emerged in front of our current great black dragon, Nash Magard, in dragon form. Emerged from the large, bulbous, oozy body of the creature before you, and the faces inside spin around, and as they spin around, the opening comes up, and the dragon flies out and goes, "Brrrr! I'm Nash Magard of the Solar Mines," it yells, and it breathes fire at you, Nash.
Great.
Great.
I don't remember what someone was keeping track of my hit points in dragon form, and I don't remember.
I was. Yeah.
Okay.
You might survive. So you need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
All right. That would be a 13.
A 13? No, that is not a pass. So here comes the acid breath. All right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh.
But is he not immune to acid in dragon form?
Ah,
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
are you?
Am I not immune to acid in dragon form? The answer is yes, I am.
You are completely immune, negating all damage, which was 11d8 worth of damage, and I was already up to 30 or 40. So
Sweet.
the acid coats over top of you and does absolutely nothing. The room lights up, though, with a green light as it shoots in your direction, and thankfully safe from any other of your teammates as it fires towards the back of the wall, melting sort of ground and computer equipment on its way there. I'm going to continue setting up the scene now that failed. Varel is lying unconscious on the ground right next to where this occurred. Stanley's running towards the front
isn't
entrance
he up?
door.
I am up with a level 4 healing spell, which
What?
was conducted
Oh,
at the end.
Sorry, my bad. Varel is languishing as he returns to life, and Stanley behind him. Hope is strangling an Illithid in the back. All right, who's next on the turn order? It would be... Oh, no, this creature still has moves to do, I believe. So, Stanley, as you observe the action occurring before you, you see that the creature begins making its way towards you, as does Varel. And the copy of Varel says, "Stanley, we must cleanse your impure thoughts. Step forward and embrace my master." The second Varel, and it approaches forward, and tentacles reach out in your direction. As it does, they swing with purpose towards your head. That's a 10. The first one misses as you duck out of the way. The second one comes in, and does 17 hit you?
That just meets the armor class, so yep.
Okay, so here we go. 8. 10. So there is 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Okay then, yeah.
It's not...
He's a minute.
My alarm is at an okay level.
5 psychic damage.
All right.
And then the two tethers, not tethers, but the 2 strands of red gelatinous ooze that form into these like slappy pods come forward and slap at your head and try to eat your memories. Need you to make a saving throw, please.
Okay. What kind of saving throw is this?
Wisdom, please. Wisdom.
Right. That is going to be a 15.
Okay, it is not a save.
Oh my gosh.
And so that is 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, I'm only supposed to roll 2 now. So that'll be 40 points of psychic damage.
I am down.
Damn.
And as you go down, it eats your memories.
That's fine. I'm unconscious. I don't remember anything.
Does it still eat his memories even though he's out? Meaning, like, when and if he gets up, is he gonna just suddenly go, pressed a digit what? Like he's not gonna know how to do anything?
His memories are still eaten, so anyone affected by the D4 deduction still is affected, even if you've gone down and come back up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So that includes you, Vorel, who's had your memories eaten. All right, and that's its turn. Stanley goes down.
I have concerns.
The next turn is Stanley. No.
Good.
He's down.
Saving throw, please.
That is a fail.
Oh no! It's bad. Seems bad. All right, Hope. Over to you. Now you've been trying to strangle this Illithid, right?
Yes.
So we've gone on a big research project this week to discover things about strangulation. Apparently, and this makes sense, but I didn't think of it at all until I started researching it. There's 2 types of strangulation. There is air strangulation and blood strangulation.
Ooh.
So blood strangulation will actually knock someone out in a matter of seconds because you're cutting off blood flow to the brain by squeezing, arteries that feed oxygen to the brain. It used to be police would do this, but then they stopped because you can cause severe brain damage very quickly by depriving the brain of oxygen. Like if you do it, knock the person out and stop it, they'll be out for a few seconds, maybe a little longer. But if you hold it for like 15, 30 seconds, you could kill them because or just permanent brain damage because of this.
That's hardcore.
So it's very dangerous, and it's a technique that's difficult to pull off. The other kind is air suffocation. Now, the D&D rules about suffocation is that you have your Constitution modifier. We're dealing with alien creatures, so it might take 3 minutes unless you crush their windpipe. At which point you no longer need to strangle them because their windpipe is permanently crushed, so the choking can happen remotely. It's convenient.
Yeah.
But so anyways, I'm just trying to figure out how this works with you. So we were doing damage, and we've had a few rounds of cutting off air circulation. I'm like, illithids are pretty brainy creatures. They probably need whatever their body supplies them for their brain. So that being said, he's going to try to escape. But I just thought I'd point that out to you, that when we do strangulation, we can actually, do a blood unconscious strangulation as a move. All right.
Bo does not have a hole in his basement where he sends lotion down or gets the hose. Just so everyone knows, it's fine.
What?
Nothing. Have you seen Silence of the Lambs? When was the last time?
Oh, over 10 years ago.
All right. Well, then nobody worry about it. Bo's good.
Okay. So can I make us? He's trying to escape. He continues to try to escape. Can we do a strength contest, please?
Yes, and I got a 10.
Did you add? Remember, your strength is 20 for the purposes of the roll, and okay, still 10. All right, you maintain your grapple. He rolled lower, so yeah, you continue choking him. Now, Varel, it is your turn.
All right, I am going to advance up, staying in the creature's range. So I put Stanley outside of my aura.
Mm-hmm.
I will flame burst as a bonus action. The testicle, the Nash clone, and Nash dragon form.
Okay.
For 3 points of fire
you
damage.
You see that the dragon form of the copy is tethered. As you step over it, you see that there's a tether attaching the copy of yourself and the copy of Nash. You flame burst for 3 damage.
Excellent. As my bonus action, and now I shall Whale. Not so recklessly. Okay.
Wait, it's not going to be reckless?
No. I mean, no. No, not with 40 psychic damage. No. All right, I'm rolling my d4.
Yep.
First attack is a 23.
That includes a subtraction from your d4?
Yes, I got a 1 on it.
Okay.
And my second attack is a nat 20, -2.
All right, roll your damage dice.
Do I still get sweet nat 20?
Roll
Even
your
though mine...
first- You still get sweet nat... Yeah, nat 20 is nat 20. You're
Cool.
fine. Roll your first damage dice first, please.
All right, 17. Fire
Okay.
damage from the shield applied to the beast.
Sure, and roll your second.
All right. So it's 20 flat
20
with an
flat.
additional... That'd be 9, so 29 for the crit.
All right, describe how you slay the creature.
Oh, sick.
Oh.
I'll bring down my flame shield across the umbilical and cut off Nash from it, and then I'll just sink my flaming fist right into it, yelling, "Imposter!"
Okay, and as you do that, the tether doesn't break. A new tether forms where the one breaks as you perform that move. It's a piece of information for your reference. But then as you punch in the center, the faces all go, there's no hands, but they're all like, and then it just explodes into a million pieces of ooze as it splatters all across the wall. And as you do that, the forms of the copy of Nash and of Varel melt into red, dried ooze and just splat on the ground as if they were never there. And the whole thing dies.
Wow.
Whew.
I was gonna ask it in dragon form about the time barf. I was gonna have a whole conversation with myself, but now I can't. Now it's just ooze.
I can't see you, Nash. Can I get your camera internally, or is it not going to work?
I can't at the moment. It's jacking up sound, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna tweak with it until we're done. Sorry.
I miss your sweet facial expressions. That's why.
No, don't worry.
All right.
Meh.
Okay. So, yeah. You can't ask it anymore.
I mean, I could. Can I taste it? Just kidding. I don't want to taste it. It's fine.
Yeah, sure, you can taste it.
No, I don't want to taste fake Maggard. I'm not doing it.
Why?
This
How do
is
you know if it's
this
very
is
bad?
where I draw the line somehow. Is I won't taste a clone of myself. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, you know how bad it is, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's part of it, but also I think it's an unnatural. You know, it's me, but it's not me. So I don't want to know. I don't want to know what it tastes like.
Fair enough. Varel, excuse me, that's your turn. Hope it is your turn. You have the illithid in your arms, strangling it.
Gonna keep strangling it then. Now
Okay.
that thing is down. Not that I was gonna
Alright,
stop.
so you're
There was a
making your-
chance I could have stopped.
You're making an attack roll.
Yes.
Your mace arm, 2 of them.
Right. What do we got here? These are not very good attack rolls, but you know, the dream is there. This is so it's gonna be a 9 and a 10.
Okay. Are you making them with advantage because you have him in your grapple?
Oh, I did not. Oh, those are much better. Okay, so a 14 and then a 20. Not natural.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll consider the first 2 dice your 2 advantage rolls, right?
Cool.
The 9 and the 10.
Sounds good.
And then the next one you got a 20.
Yeah.
All right. So, roll some damage dice.
All right. So the first one is 5 damage.
Okay.
Second one is 7 damage.
All right. Perfect. Okay. Very good. You continue strangling it. Nash, it is your turn. You are in dragon form.
Indeed. All right. I would like to move. I guess you'll help me move.
Yeah, just move your dude, and I'll move your dragon form with you.
Gonna move right there. So that, yeah, that's it. And I'm going to... Oh, I don't want to do that because she'll get hit. All right, never mind. I'm going to... well, can I...
You're going to still melee it.
If it's fire, go for it.
I'll just move one more notch down. Yeah, I'm going to melee him.
Okay.
We're gonna do a multi-attack,
Sure.
like we did last time.
Yep.
And let me do a hit.
It's 2 claw, 1 bite, 2 claws.
Yep. Start with the bite. That'd be a 15.
Mm-hmm.
And for should I do the 2 claws now or after we do damage for the? I forgot how we did this last time.
Just you're gonna roll damage. Up to you.
I'll do the other. I'll do the other 2 rolls.
The problem is, no, I need you to roll damage because you might kill it or stuff might happen in between. There.
Okay.
It should be attack, roll damage, attack, roll damage.
Okay, no problem. All right. So
You can roll your damage dice at the same time as you do your attack roll, and then if you hit, you've already rolled the damage dice.
Oh, you know what? That 15 was without my +7 to hit. So sorry, I should have had +7 to hit on that. But it doesn't matter. I hit anyway, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna do 2d10 plus 4. Okay. Just a second. 2d10 plus 4. Why isn't it working? There we go. Not 40. Holy shit.
Not 40.
That would be bad. That's a 10.
Okay.
All right. Now for the hit on the first claw.
Mm-hmm.
Is going to be, let's see. Oh, sorry, I didn't check my claw jump. Do I get anything for that? Yeah, +7 to hit. All right, here we go. That will be a 16.
Okay. Yeah, it's a hit.
All right, and my roll there is 2d6 plus 4. 2d6 plus 4. Okay, that's going to be 16 again. Well, 16 damage.
Okay. Okay, 16 damage. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
And
now
then
make your bite.
Here's and then my next hit, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, your bite.
14.
With your that's including the modifier.
Yeah.
For it?
I did
That's
a
miss.
what I get, a 1? No. I can't figure out the math. Oh, I got a 7 plus 7. So yeah, 14. Sorry. Say that again. What'd you say? It's a miss?
If it's a 14, it's a miss.
Yeah, it's a miss.
All right. Okay. Perfect. Stanley, death saving throw, please.
Oh, by the way, that for everyone that wonders what that was, it was a
Black dragon.
Okay, go ahead.
It is a 17. It is a success.
Very good. All right. You hear a voice fill into your mind hope, and it goes, I yield, and it hits the hand, and the hands go up, and all resistance from the body ends as it nears taking all the damage that it can with the dragon assaulting it. I yield.
I'm gonna keep strangling it.
Morel, it is your turn.
All right. I will drop rage, seeing my savior and friend Stanley Billings, and I will run over to him. What looks like it's wrong with him?
Everything. It's gone bad.
He's been bludgeoned and psychically damaged.
He's been bludgeoned. Okay.
Mostly
I would like
psychically
to
damaged.
perform a medicine check to help stabilize him.
Right, do you have a medical kit?
I do not. I have all my deserty wilds, though.
Okay, well, it's going to be a difficult DC, so make your medicine check, please.
Is there anything in a quick glance around the room that looks at all medical to my mind?
No. I mean, there are boxes, there are computers, there's a server, like a wall full of servers, there's a cargo crate, there's a computer, there appears to be screens, chairs, no medical equipment.
Do I get the feeling I could make it worse?
You couldn't possibly make it worse.
Couldn't possibly make it worse. Okay, cool.
Uh-oh.
Couldn't or could possibly.
I said couldn't.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
he's,
all right.
he's dying.
I thought you
All
said
right, well,
could.
I may not remember how to do it, so let's see how it goes. Oh, that's a lot of minus. Okay, 7.
Did you add your D4 to?
Yes, I got a 3.
Let me check if it applies in this scenario. Ability check. Yep, it does. You got a 3. Nothing happens. Stanley writhes on the ground. Well, it doesn't writhe. He's motionless on the ground, and you didn't do anything.
I'd like to motivate him by screaming in his face.
All right.
Live, damn you!
You bend over and yell, "Live, damn you," to Stanley. Hope, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna keep strangling.
All right, make your attack roll.
All right, first one is going to be a 17.
It's a hit.
All right, perfect. That's going to be 7 damage.
Okay, so describe. Oh no, not yet. You'll have to continue making your attack rolls.
Okay, and then second one it looks like is going to be a 12.
Yeah. So you strangle him to within an inch of his life. His body is now motionless. There's no energy in it. It looks like he's about to fall unconscious, or you're getting pretty close to crushing his windpipe and just ripping his head off with your metal arm. At this point, you can
Cool.
feel flesh begin to tear inside.
Awesome.
Permanent
That will
damage is being
renew my goal to rip his head off with my metal arm.
All right, Stanley, death saving throw, please.
Oh boy, that happened so soon. 13.
That's a pass. All right, the Illithid does nothing. Varel, what is your turn?
Confound it, Stanley! Now is not the time to be resting on the ground. I may not remember. 12. Much about anything. But I know you need to live.
What did you roll?
12.
It does nothing. Without a medical kit, it's proving to be very challenging to stabilize Stanley.
I will use my move to run over to these piles of... No, wait, there's cabinets over here. I'll start going through them.
Okay, perfect. You open them up, and there are, these sort of glass, empty flasks, speakers, things like that in there. Tools, Bunsen burner, all old, like ancient, rotted. I assume you pick things out and they're throwing them behind you as you search?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not on Stanley, but they're hitting the ground as I go. I'm
Sure,
looting.
Yeah. You find nothing of value with respect to curing Stanley in this cabinet. All right, Hope. Or sorry, not Hope. We skipped Nash, I think. Nash, it is your turn.
It is my turn, I think. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna give you a turn.
All right. It sounds like he's in the final throes. So I am going to just help by
Dragon farts.
biting once.
Acid damage.
I'm just going to bite. Not multi-attack, just bite.
All right, make it a roll, please.
All
Just
right.
gingerly leans down.
Yeah, just give it a little... All right. That will be a 26.
All right, it hits.
And that will be 12 damage.
Describe how your biting attack finishes off the Illithid.
I lurch forward. I feel the muscles in my neck just let go to lunge forward and just enter his flesh. His disgusting pale blue. I don't know what color he is. Have you ever told us? Is he like an
It's
Illithid?
a blue-purple color.
Okay. I just dig in there, not caring what's inside or what I might find, and I just chomp down as hard as I can.
Okay, so you go to pull it from Hope's arms, and Hope keeps the head as her grip on the neck rips the body into.
Perfect.
So she keeps the head, and you take the rest of the body and you eat it, closing everything. You just
No, I'm gonna.
Disc.
No, I'm gonna do like a dog. I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna rag it back and forth and then hurl it as hard as I can against like the far wall.
Okay,
I'm not
perfect.
gonna eat it. That's for lizard folk.
Okay, the corpse ends up over on that side, and the head is in Hope's hands. All right.
She's got
Combat is
Now
over.
there are 2 of them.
She's got the whole head in her. No? All right.
Combat is over.
Okay.
Congratulations on defeating this very difficult creature that you're all worried about for 7 days.
Now, you didn't nerf him, right?
Nope.
Okay. Just making sure.
The room falls silent as the sounds of battle diminish.
The room is not silent. I am digging furiously through this cabinet.
It is no longer silent. There's a lot of breaking glass and equipment hitting the ground, echoing all throughout the room, making a lot of noise.
And I'll run over to Stanley and yell, "Stanley's fading!" right at him. Can anyone do anything? I can cauterize him. That doesn't look helpful. He's not bleeding.
I have nothing. I have nothing.
Do I move him?
No, I think we should leave him.
Yeah,
Leave him.
He's dead. Leave him.
Don't touch him.
He's done. Move on.
I'm trying to see what I have. Hold on a
He
second.
burned all his spells anyway. It's fine.
There's nothing on this coat that would help. Hold on.
What was he gonna do? Poke it with a rapier? Let's go on.
I got 2 sacks, portable ram still. All right. Oh, that won't do anything.
Hope will chuck the illithid head and then run over to where Stanley and Varel are. And she'll take a look at the body and see if maybe she can help stabilize as well.
All right, let's make another death saving throw for Stanley here.
17.
Nice.
That's 3,
Okay.
isn't it?
That's all
3.
three.
That's
All right,
3
you're
in a
stable.
row.
You stabilize yourself. So now you're just unconscious.
Seeing as nobody else is gonna do it, I'll do it myself.
Stanley, you can put my underwear on your head and cool down.
The quietest whisper comes out of Stanley's unconscious mouth. Check my bag.
The bag. Varel, get the bag.
What bag?
Um,
Stanley has bags?
Hope will start looking for the bag of holding.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's
you
there.
search his body and find it.
All right. What do I get, Stanley?
Nope, he's got. I shouldn't even have been able to say that. It doesn't really matter. Like, it would only get me to this point, which is why I felt okay saying it. But I do have a healer's kit in there.
So Hope will stick her hand in.
You don't need
and-
you don't need it anymore. The healer's kit's
No.
to help stabilize it.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
gotcha.
just as a joke. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
tactically the healer shouldn't carry the healer's kit.
Well,
It
nobody
makes
else-
sense like on paper, but we probably should move that around.
This is a good point. The problem
the
is,
theme.
not a lot of people have inventory space.
That's true.
Are you pilfering through the Stanley's bag to see what's in there, Hope?
Yeah.
Pull out things to wake him.
All right, let's see here. Let me go to his equipment sheet. Is everything written on here? Oh my god, it's so large.
No, there's more than what's
That's what
there.
she said.
I need to
All right, so you find a dictionary, his dictionary. I think you find his headband with goggles in there because he doesn't wear them anymore.
No, they're on my belt.
Oh, okay. There's a Hillguard necklace from the one that the Hillmaster gave you guys. You see that in there. There's drawings of Soft Head performing various activities.
Why did you keep these, Stanley?
There's a
In case
podcaster
we
in
needed
there.
paper. I don't know.
The little sand thing you found underneath. The podcast is the property of John Scottson. Reward if found in the Shardnock Plains.
Yeah.
There's the oil beard badge. There's a ruby in there. You find a water skin, studded leather. Well, no, he's wearing that. A shovel. There's rope, rations, a piton, oil. There's the megaphone's not in there. There's a hooded lantern, an ink pen, ink, holy symbol, healer's kit. There's some more clothes in there.
But the healer's kit is
The
for
map case.
stabilizing, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone,
You
someone
have any
else,
scrolls
someone's
here?
got room for that. We should have.
I
Someone
do
else
have the scrolls. I haven't added them.
What else is it that I missed, Stanley?
The scrolls. There's various magic scrolls in there.
And are you carrying all 19,000 gold pieces with you?
Yeah, there's a lot of gold in there.
And there's a massive amount of gold is cut of the Acromonacar or your
I
take
think
of
I
the
meant
bank
to
robbery.
give it to Hope to store, and it never came up. So yeah, it's technically.
He's got 19,273 gold pieces and 1 copper.
And they're all on the floor now.
What? No.
Were we not dumping it out? I thought we were just like, like hose.
The cleanup would be terrible.
Okay. Is this a comfy chair I spy across the room?
I'm gonna go through the scrolls.
It does seem like a chair. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Chris.
All right,
Now I gotta go look up what the scrolls
no.
are.
Specifically, a scroll that gives health points.
There aren't any.
Well,
Oh,
the,
okay.
the interesting thing is you can only read spell scrolls if you know that school or that spell.
Oh.
Otherwise,
Gibberish.
it's Elder Scrolls style, and it actually gives you a headache to look at it.
Oh, rough. All right, no more scrolls.
Just don't read in the first place. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right,
Hold on.
I'm going to run over, and not trusting anything in this place, I'm going to sit gingerly in the chair.
Okay, perfect. You sit gingerly in the chair.
Does anything
You
bad
feel
happen?
Comfortable? No.
Okay. All right, then I will run over, and I will pick up Stanley and take him to the chair.
Okay. All right. You pick him up and put him into the chair.
Okay, I will now run out back into the hallway and get Saranthalas, who is still alive in my book,
Okay.
and I will bring her in.
All right. Perfect. You bring Saranthalas. Yep.
In your
And I'll
book.
put her... do they both fit in the big chair?
It's a rather large seat. They can
Yeah,
both be
all right,
squeezed.
cool.
They're squeezed in uncomfortably, but yeah.
Heads
they can-
leaning up against each other.
Yeah. Elf magics will flow between them.
Hope's gonna pull out her water skin and try and get Stanley to drink some.
All right, you can purse his lips and pour it in.
Okay.
He chokes to death.
No! She'll put the bag back on Stanley and then she'll go sifting through the robes of the body of the.
So if I've stabilized, does that
Okay.
put me at 1 HP, Bo? Is that what it is? But
I
unconscious.
no, I think
unconscious
it's.
with 1 HP, or
I
just.
think it's 0 with but you're just not gonna die, and then I guess you long rest it out unless someone heals you. Let's check it. I'll have a look at it here.
Can you self heal or no?
Not unconscious. I can't.
Oh, you're still unconscious. But if you're awake, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have 0 hit points. So I'm not waking up anytime soon.
Well, I'm looking it up. That might be not the case. I can't remember.
I think it is. I think it stays at 0 until something.
Yeah, I think that's right
Until
too.
probably a short rest, because then I could burn a hit die or something. I don't
The
know.
creature take damage. The loss of hit points no effect until the creature drops to 0 hit points. I'm just still trying to find it.
I'm gonna
Drop
clump-
it to 0.
What?
When you drop to 0, you die outright or fall unconscious. Explain the false. Death saving throws. Stabilizing. Best way to save a creature is to heal it. The healing is unavailable. The creature at least be stabilized so it isn't killed by death saving throws. You can use your action to administer first aid to an unconscious creature to attempt to stabilize it, which requires a successful medicine check. A stable creature doesn't make death saving throws even though it has 0 hit points, but it does remain unconscious. Yeah. If you take damage, you'll become unstable. A stable creature that isn't healed gains 1 hit point after 1d4 hours. Okay,
Oh.
roll a 1d4.
Hey, okay, let's do that. 3.
All right, so you'll have 1 hit point in 3 hours.
Great. Just gonna rest here for a while.
Okay, that's the situation, so everyone's aware of it. You're gonna have to let him rest for at least 3 hours for him to get 1 hit point.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna tell Varel something. I'll go, Varel! I'm still dragging. Dig through her coats. The wizard lady, or the elf lady. She's bound to have shit in there we could use.
Very well. And I will go unzip the first coat.
Okay, you unzip the first coat, but the first coat has pockets on it. Do you want to search them?
No. I will unzip the coat and then throw it on the table here, because I assume we're going to have many coats to go through.
Sure. All right, you unzip the coat and remove it from her body, and there is another coat underneath.
All right. Let's Russian doll this.
Okay, so how you're gonna take all the coats off?
I mean, until they start getting thin. Like, when we're getting to her main coat.
Okay, so we get about 8 coats deep, and she's still wearing a coat.
Awesome. All right, I have piled 8 coats on the table.
You didn't find anything of interest quite yet.
Really?
Well, I mean, it looks like in the first coat there was a pocket that had stuff in it, but we ignored it, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're all on the table collectively here. 8
Sure.
coats.
Does somebody want to search the coats?
I'm staying
Nash,
dragon as long as.
you?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, did you want? You're gonna be a dragon the whole time, are you?
Well, this is just a precaution. If something happens, I'm already this way. And because I'm tight about my resources, I'll just stay here as long as I can.
That makes sense.
Nash Magard, tight about his resources.
I don't want to R out of this Dragon Knight, if you know what I'm saying. If Civ's listening. Civ knows what I mean. I don't want to hit R and not be the Dragon Knight for as long as I can be the Dragon Knight.
It's totally possible to do that, too.
Yeah.
All right, I will look in the coats, all of them, including the first.
All right, investigation roll, please.
Ooh, a 4 minus 2.
Okay.
Plus
well,
0.
you weren't very...
Plus 0.
I don't know. There's a lot of coats. They're very confusing to you. Clothes aren't your specialty. You do find a canvas pouch, though. And when you open it, a massive amount of dead spiders can be seen inside of it. These are the spiders she collected from the elevator.
Oh.
They have little cerebrums on top of them.
Well, I saw Hope do it earlier, so
other
it
thing you
clearly is
find-
helpful to living creatures.
The other
I
thing
will
you
go-
find among the coats, there's one other object in oh no. Yeah, no, there's like a blue rock. Like a ruby, like a translucent. You're not sure what kind of a stone it is, but it's like you can see through it. It's like a gem. It's blue.
Well, first thing I'm going to go do is feed her a spider,
Okay.
because I saw Hope do it with the water, and it seemed to help. So I will
Okay.
put a spider in her mouth,
Okay.
apply liberally.
It just sits there. She doesn't chew it. It's just there's just spider legs in her mouth.
I'll help her along with some, getting the jaw going, and
Okay, you get the jaw going, and it chews it, crushes it.
rub
and
the
it
throat
crushes.
like I'm pilling a horse.
Oh my gosh, pilling a
All
horse.
right. Animal handling roll, please.
You should get some bonus rolls just for knowing what pillaring a horse is. That's impressive.
Jeez. This D4 is tragic, man. 3.
Yeah, it's still stuck in her mouth. If she was
All right.
alive but unconscious, you'd probably have choked her by now. But because she's dead, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
Definitely not
I'll
a good idea on Stanley.
I'll reach in there and take out what I can
Okay.
of the butt of the spider.
1 second. I'm just looking something up here. Yeah, that D4 is pretty much a permanent feature for you guys, as far as you can tell. And 3 of you have it: Stanley, Nash, and Laurel.
Even in dragon form, I have it, right?
Yep, that's right. So you guys have memories that are missing.
We don't know which
All right.
ones because we don't know, right? Because how would you know?
You
if
don't
didn't?
know. You just know that you lost something. You just have this deep-seated feeling that something that you're supposed to remember is gone.
Okay. This happens in real life all the time to me.
Anything from the coat or robes?
So
I
are
don't
you
know.
are you pulling off more coats?
No, I was curious about Hope's investigation.
Oh, Hope is investigating the body that's torn up here. Okay,
Yes.
sure. You investigate the body, but find nothing except for a little piece of parchment, and on the parchment, it has the following code: A1275Z exclamation mark 2.
Okay. Cool. With that in hand, she'll go up to the computer.
Uh-huh.
Nash, how do you turn it on?
Right now on the monitors, there's just this swirly like wave going.
Oh.
But it's on.
Oh, it is.
There are 6 monitors in total.
Hope will go over to the keyboard, having seen Nash use one before, and hit the long bar toward the bottom.
Okay, hit the long bar towards the bottom, the space bar. And then a screen it changes, and it's just a sort of black screen, and on the monitor in the front, there's a username password field.
God. Damn it. Well, I've got one piece of this.
We need a password. Kaboosh, kaboosh, kaboosh. And I turn around. Varel. We need a password. Kaboosh, kaboosh, kaboosh. I turn the other way again.
I don't know. I have a blue stone that I discovered.
Does it say anything on it? Is there any writing or inscription?
I'm afraid to do anything with it. This place is dangerous, but I shall be brave, and I will look through the stone.
You're just passively looking through it?
I mean, the first thing, give it a little swirl around, but I'm also curious to look at Saranthalas through it.
Okay, let's do an insight, please.
All right.
This seems like deduction to me.
16, 14, 14.
You learn nothing new, except that when you look through the gem at someone, it makes their face all distorted.
Just their face?
Like gems would.
Oh, okay.
Not as a magical property, but as like a... It might be the
like
first thing
the ring or anything.
No.
Okay.
It's just, you're just like, how stretchy mirrors and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it has that effect. So I don't know if you think that's magic or not.
No, but if it was just faces, that'd be really freaky. Because that's what happens to photos in horror movies.
I see. No, nothing like that. Just
okay.
that looking through the gem distorts your vision, as gems might.
Nash Dragon?
Yes.
Do you care to view through the looking glass?
Sure. Can I do that?
Yeah, not with your red eye.
No, other eye. Okay. Well then, kaboosh, kaboosh, kaboosh. Wait, who has the looking glass?
I'll hold up the gem for you to look through.
Okay, yeah, hold it up, and I'll go. I'll lean down.
I guess make your insight roll.
All right. Hold on, +1. I don't remember my base stats. All right, that will be a 10.
You don't see anything looking through the gem, except for what Varel saw, which was it distorts things, because it's a gem.
I don't see anything in this.
Well, all right.
What else do we have? I mean, she probably knew the password before she kicked it. She was going to be the one.
I think I've got the password.
You do?
I think it's the username. So that's what Hope will be looking for. She's going to search the desk. She's going to go search the head. She's going to look around the room.
Investigation, please.
I'm hitting the button too many times. Let's see. Investigation would be 21.
You conduct a thorough search of the desk area, looking for any clues or pieces of paper that might give you more information like this, but it's really old. Any parchment in there has disintegrated already. You just find dust amongst the desk drawers. there are these like ancient data pads, this weird telephone looking thing. You don't find anything that gives you any new information. Just a few data pads, a telephone, conference call, dealio, some chairs. Everything else rotted.
Okay. She'll kick the Illithid's body in frustration and then go up to the computer and in the password thing, type in the A127 5Z ! 2 and hit enter.
Okay. The screen clears and a little circle appears, and then a message pop up and says, "Incorrect username and/or password. Please try again."
In our group knowledge, we know that Stanley saw it have a disc, right?
Saw what have a disc?
It like pocketed a disc when it saw us all scared.
It did.
Oh, right.
So did we find the disc?
No, I just found the sheet of paper.
Did only
I'm gonna go Robin.
Okay.
Go a Reuben.
All right. You
Robe if
research
you
the
want to.
body. You search the body again, and Hope has cleaned it. There's no disc.
There's no. Is there a name tag on the? Hope, is there a name tag on the Illithid?
Varel, do you see a name tag?
I look for a name tag.
There's no name tag.
Okay.
Oh. A curious thought. I'm gonna keep going through coats. There might be an old lab coat under here that Saranthalas has her name tag on.
Oh, I like
She
it.
seemed to be higher ranked.
Ooh.
So let's
All right.
let's take it down to the skivvies.
Investigation roll, please.
All right. Nat 20 minus 3.
All right. You take off 4 more coats, and then finally you get down to what is indeed a lab coat and very rotten old clothes. They're so rotten that there's just holes everywhere in inappropriate places, and she's basically naked, if not for the lab coat
Gross.
underneath, leaning up against Stanley.
So glad I'm unconscious for this bit.
Time has not been kind to her body.
Is there a name tag?
You look. Oh, there's indeed a key card clipped to the top left side.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay.
Does it say Saranthalas on it?
It does, and it just
Oh.
says the one name, Saranthalas.
Hmm.
And has a picture of her in her youth, beautiful, red-haired, barely recognizable to what you know her as today.
It's quite the HR department back then.
I will walk over to the table and pass it over to Hope.
I can't use this. I mean, maybe? And I'll type in Saranthalas as the username and the password and try again.
And the screen clears off and a little circle appears. And it says, invalid username password combination. Please try again.
No, it doesn't work. Stupid disco. And Hope will go over to the head and she'll start searching through the head of the Illithid.
Okay. You opening up the skull?
Yeah. I'll pull some brains out.
Okay. Make an athletics check. Like, how are you opening it? Are you cracking it open with a hammer or your fists? Like, you have to break a skull. Or are you cleaning it out from underneath?
Let's do like a pumpkin from underneath. You just scoop in the...
You're going to put your hand out and pull it out? And which hand are you using?
I will use my metal.
Okay, perfect. Make a medicine check. Or no, survival check. This is more animal carving.
Okay. Let's see. An 11.
Okay. You reach your hand in, just crunch down on whatever you can and pull your hand out, and you hear a as you pull out sort of a massive swollen brain from the skull. And a black worm pokes his way out of the head and begins crawling up your metal arm.
I'll start shaking my metal arm and trying to brush it off.
Okay, make a... now you can do that pretty easily. It's a little worm. So you go to brush it off, and it tries to latch onto your flesh arm because you brush it off with that, and then it lands on the ground.
Good, and then I'll crush it with my foot.
Okay, attack roll.
Oh, jeez. There we go. With my mechanical leg. There we go. That'll be a 16.
It's a hit. You crush it instantly. A little black puddle appears underneath your foot, and it's stringy as you pull your boot off. There's like a stringy cheese sort of attachment from your boot to the ground.
And then she'll just chuck the head against the wall and go sit grumpily facing the computer screens.
Why does the servant of the master have a headworm? I thought they'd be in on it. They're all my brains and in your mind and ooh ah and echoes.
I don't know.
No one finds that strange.
I find it strange also. Kaboosh, kaboosh, kaboosh.
A great image of a dragon saying that.
Me too.
Me too. Kaboosh, kaboosh.
It's funny because I'm sure Stanley wants 3 hours to go by quickly so he can rejoin playing, and then Nash has 3 hours of like dragging, and he's trying to drag it out and be dragging.
No, I'm fine with this. This is fun watching.
Not that anyone's dragging it out. I'm just laughing because I'm just thinking of Stanley sometimes, and I'm just like, oh, he gets to not play for 3 hours. It's awesome.
Hey, that means there's no pressure on me to figure things out. I can let them try and do it.
And they've already gone through all of your things and then put you on a couch with a 1,000-year-old elf. It's funny.
She was once beautiful.
She is now nearly naked and horrific.
All right. I guess we bunker down for Stanley's sake. What's the back door situation?
I don't know.
The back door. You mean the way we came in?
No, the way the worm man was attempting to escape with his code.
Oh.
Eyeing it. What's in the back here?
What's in the what, sorry?
What's in the back? We got a door he was trying to escape through.
You see a door, and the door is windowed, and you can peer through and have a look-see inside, as you see.
If it looks like the door from the front, I will not approach, for it is motion activated.
That's right. But you can still see in a little bit towards... I'll give you a bit of view here.
Oh.
In theory,
There appears to be an even fancier computer back there.
we could drag it. We could bring his head through. If he's the one that activates it, we could take the Illithid through there.
We don't know if more enemies lie in wait inside. We need Stanley. I'm going to move the bodies in, the lizard folk we killed earlier, to clear the hallway.
Okay, perfect. Where do you want them moved?
We'll put them over here by the pile of junk in the corner with all the barrels and whatnot.
Like up here.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, though. Hang on. Worms could crawl from their ears and, like, get in Saranthalas, and that'd be super weird. So let's change of plans, unless any of the boxes open, because I put them in the box.
You can clear their head if you want Hope to dig through them. She's got a pretty good arm for head clearing.
That's true. But a box service
We
is
could
my
light them
needs.
on fire.
It's an enclosed space. There might be a problem with smoke.
Mm.
Just a heads up.
Yeah, we should probably lobotomize them.
Yeah.
All right. I will prepare them. I will lay them out for Hope lobotomization.
Okay, perfect. You lay the corpses out on the ground, and Hope approaches with her metal arm. Their heads are still attached in this particular case, so they'll need to be severed for easy access.
Could you cut them off, Burrow?
I
The dragon
can.
You have a giant shield.
It is flaming, though, so it'll cauterize the wound. But I can get the shields from Saranthalas. And I'll use that shield to crush their necks open.
The shield that's made from the spider carapace?
Yes.
Okay, it's a little blunt on the edge. It's going to take a lot of effort.
Does anyone have a knife?
I do, but not like this. I have a dagger in my inventory.
We'll
As he
take
says
out her
that, you
Bowie
notice.
knife.
Hang on. As he says that, you notice Nash's giant sharp teeth speaking, like 50 knives in his face, and he's like, I have to turn back to human form, and I'll have something sharp.
Oh shit! Hold on, never mind. I didn't
Hang
realize-
on. No. That you could eat the worm, and then we're exactly where we don't want to be.
Oh, good point.
Because I too could bite them. I've learned some lessons about biting things in this place.
Yeah.
Hope,
Well,
you have a knife, yes?
Yes, and she'll pull out the Bowie knife.
Yeah, I'll take it.
She'll hand the Bowie knife over.
And I'll hack.
All right. So you hack after. Make a survival check, please.
Survival. Oh jeez. 13 now 9
All right.
is 13.
You do an okay job, but you manage to get the heads off. It just takes a little longer than you're used to. 5 minutes.
I remember it being faster.
You don't remember that at all. It's one of the memories you forgot.
Damn it.
You're just Vorel is just like a pile of frustration as you see him muttering to himself as he cuts off the heads. He's not sure if he does remember it or if he didn't remember it. He doesn't know what's what, but he managed to get the heads off for you, Hope.
Cool.
Okay, so can you make 2 lobotomy rolls, please?
Yes, I can. And that was athletics.
Yeah, it's a strength check.
Okay, cool.
Rip him out.
The first one is a 12, and the second is a 10.
Okay. Is there any change in your strategy as we ask this, knowing that there may be some worms in here?
That's a good question. I think. Oh, okay. So, if it's possible to punch in and kind of turn it into a goop, pull the arm out fast, and then dump the contents of the head onto the ground.
Okay, excellent. So you do that. You punch in. On the 12 roll, you punch in and punch out, and on a pile of like a brain pasta just sort of falls out onto the ground, and then on top of it, the worm lands on the top. And it just looks like it's sort of using its tentacles to examine the brain. It's alive.
Gross. And then I'll go to crush it.
Okay, attack roll.
It's gonna be a
just
15.
like smashes into a skull, brain everywhere, dumping it out like a bag. Sees a little worm. Yeah.
You crush it.
Everyone has
Under your
limits.
On the 10, you go to crush in, you punch into the head again and go and sort of work into the brain into a slaw, and then you dump it out, but no worm comes out.
Okay. I'll keep the head with the opening on the floor and hit it against the ground a few times.
And as you hit it against the ground, you notice that the worm is crawling up your flesh arm.
Ah! And then I'll point at it and hold it out to Varel.
Okay,
And
I'll
then
punch
I'll
her
go to-
arm.
All right, attack roll, please.
All right.
Okay. I'll punch her arm, I guess.
13?
That's a miss.
Well, he's not hitting you. He's hitting the worm.
Oh, true.
Which you hit the worm and you crush it, but you do need to roll damage dice for hope.
Okay.
If it's your fist, it would be 1 plus your strength modifier, I imagine.
Right, I'm not doing the claws, so it would be 7 points of damage. Wait, nope. Yes, 7 points of damage. 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Take 5 points of damage as it hurts your arm quite a bit to be punched by Varel.
Okay.
Slugbug champion.
All right. You found the brain worms in these creatures as well.
Nice. All right. The room is purified. We bunker down.
How long do you rest? You can take a short rest and not a long rest. Short rest is a minimum of an hour, but you could go longer if you want. We don't have to role play all 3 hours if we're gonna take the downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we short rest until Stanley awakens, and during that time, I'll move some of these cargo blocks in front of the back door
Okay.
and stay pretty spry outside of the hour rest.
All right. So you're gonna rest for an hour and then move blocks for the other 2 hours. Sounds like, right?
Nah,
You wanna
yeah,
do
you're
something
there.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. You assemble a pile of blocks in front of the door. Okay, so I think here's where we take our break and take a real rest in real life. And when we come back, Stanley will rejoin us.
Nice.
And
Hurrah!
And Nash, you'll lose your dragon form.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Time to have some exhaustion.
To the break!
Yep. We'll see you guys in a second. We'll be right back. Go pee. Go do your thing. Don't let us hit you on the way out. Whatever that means. All right, we'll see you in a minute.